Barney was born in a small town where most people lived simple and predictable lives. His father worked in a factory, his mother taught at the local school. Everyone around believed that stability was the key to happiness. But Barney always felt that he wanted something more. He was fascinated by the idea that a person could build their own path, even if they started from the very bottom. His very first job was at a little café. He was the youngest in the team, and his duties were simple: carry plates, clean tables, smile at customers. But unlike the others, Barney didn't see it as just a way to make money. He observed. He studied how the manager organized the shift, how the cooks communicated, how customers reacted to service. He was quietly learning, piece by piece, like assembling a puzzle. One day, something happened that changed his attitude forever. The cafe had one of its busiest days ever, short-staffed, overwhelmed with orders, and customers growing impatient. Instead of waiting for instructions, Barney took initiative. He divided the tasks among his colleagues, explained who should do what, and even jumped into the kitchen to help. By the end of the evening, the situation was saved. And that was the first time the manager looked at Barney not just as a kid with a tray, but as someone capable of leading. A few months later, he was promoted to head waiter. It was a small victory, but for Barney it meant a lot. It proved that effort never goes unnoticed. But his journey upward was never easy. There were times when he wanted to give up. Once, the cafe was on the edge of closing down because of a lack of customers. For most employees, that meant simply losing their jobs. But for Barney, it was a challenge. He came up with new ideas, live music nights, buy one get one free promotions, and even reached out to local bloggers for publicity. It worked. The cafe not only survived, it became popular. That moment taught Barney something important: true leaders don't quit in hard times, they create solutions. By the age of 25, Barney received an unexpected opportunity to become the manager of a brand new restaurant. This was a completely different challenge. Now he was responsible not only for staff, but also for budgets, supplies, and the long-term image of the business. The first few months were overwhelming. He often stayed late into the night, learning to manage finances, negotiate with partners, and solve conflicts. He made mistakes, painful ones, but each mistake taught him more than any book could. The toughest moment came when one of the restaurant's main suppliers failed to deliver. Dozens of orders were at risk of being canceled. Panic spread among the team. But Barney gathered everyone and said, "We can handle this. We just need to act fast." He grabbed the phone himself, found new partners, and arranged an emergency delivery. Once again, the restaurant pulled through because he refused to panic. Year after year, Barney grew stronger and more confident. And one day, he realized that he was no longer just an employee in the hospitality industry. He was a leader, someone who could inspire others, see opportunities where others saw problems, and turn setbacks into growth. Looking back now, Barney understands that career growth is not just about titles or salaries. It is about the journey itself. About learning to take responsibility, pushing through obstacles, and turning failures into stepping stones. About becoming someone who lifts others up, instead of just climbing alone. His story is a reminder to all of us: it doesn't matter where you start, even if it's a tiny cafe, carrying plates as a waiter. What matters is how strongly you believe in yourself, and how willing you are to keep working, step by step, to rise higher. Barney's journey proves one simple truth: dreams do come true, if you dare to chase them every single day.